Okay, I wanted to give you a quick introduction to solving these quadratic equations when they have complex roots before I just throw it on you. First of all, I don't want you to be afraid of this word here. All it means is like together. Like if you look at an apartment complex, it's just a group of apartments together. It's not like it's complicated. It's just them together. So if I look at here's a real number, here's an imaginary number. If I have a combination of them added together or subtracted, then we call that a complex number because it's got a real part and an imaginary part. So when you're solving a quadratic equation today and you get something like 5 plus or minus the square root of 6i, you have a quadratic equation with complex roots because both roots, 5 plus 6i and 5 minus 6i, are complex numbers. So that's all we mean by complex. So when you get these things, you're going to be looking at the regular quadratic equation, just like before. We want it written in this form, so we'll simplify it out like that. So here we go. I've got A is 1, B is -4, and C is 29, so let's get started. The opposite of B is 4. Square 4, we're going to get 16 minus 4 times 1 times 29. Again, I'm just tossing the numbers into the formula here. Make sure the fraction bar goes underneath the whole thing. And then 2 times A, in this case, is going to be 2. Okay. So let's get this simplified here. Grab a calculator to do the arithmetic. 16 minus 4 times 1 times 29 is -100. Okay. All divided by 2. Well, the square root of 100 is 10, right? And then the negative means it's going to end up being 10i. So we'll have 4 plus or minus 10i over 2. That's not considered simplified yet. We're going to split this up into 2 separate fractions this way. Okay, and then we'll reduce them separately. So 4 over 2 is 2. And the 10 over 2 reduces to 5. So I've got 2 plus or minus 5i. And there's my solution. That's what I type into delta math. Okay. Let's look at another one. This one again is nice. I don't have to start moving everything off so that I have a 0 on one side. I already have it there, so I can just start in. Again, we want it in a plus bi form here, so here we go. The opposite of b is 6. Square that. Don't you dare write 36. You all know to write positive 36 because negative 6 times itself is positive 36. That's 4 times 9 times 2. And then all divided by 2 times 9 is 18 in this case. So we'll keep simplifying. 6 plus or minus the square root of, calculate this up for you, 36 minus 4 times 9 times 2. You get an answer of -36. All divided by 18. Square root of 36 is 6. And since it's a negative, we're going to write 6i over 18. But we want this split up into 2 separate numbers, so we're going to write it as 6 over 18 plus or minus 6i over 18. Okay. And then we'll reduce those fractions separately. So 6/18 is 1/3. 6 and 18 reduced to 1 and 3, and you got an I here. But since I have an I on top, there's no longer a need to have a 1 there. So we'll just erase that. And then here's our answer. That's what you'll type into delta math. All right. Good luck. Have a good day.